Sabaho everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to compare 7 different devices and we're going to do a speaker sound test comparing all 7 of them. Now, we're looking at basically the P30 Pro, the OnePlus 7, the OnePlus 7 Pro, the Galaxy S10. We're looking at the Red Magic 3. We're also looking at the Pixel 3a from Google, as that one supports stereo speakers as well. And of course, we can't forget the Reno10x zoom. All in all, we have 7 devices to compare. We're going to see which one sounds the best and which one performs the best. This is TK. Let's check it out. Like and subscribe, of course, and make sure you hit that bell icon so that you're always notified whenever we put out new videos on the channel. So here we have all 7 devices. The Red Magic 3, the OnePlus 7 Pro in almond color, that's the brand new limited edition one that's available currently on their site. Of course, the Galaxy S10 Plus. This is the Pixel 3a that was just announced at Google I/O. Of course, the OnePlus 7 Standard Edition, the Oppo Reno10x zoom, and of course what we have here is the Huawei P30 Pro. Most of these devices support stereo speakers of some sort, although not the P30 Pro, but most of them also support Dolby as far as a basically optimization of an EQ. So what we'll do essentially is we're going to be using the sound metering application on our device. And the reason I like this about this is it actually has the ability of using history. So it kind of archives how many times we are actually listened to, as well as it actually records the sample that we're listening to. And I'm going to be running this one on my OnePlus 7 Pro, and this will be basically my test. And we're going to look at the actual results after listening to all of them. We're all going to be listening to the same song. It's called and the song's called Jumbo by Alex Grindo off of NCS. It's a YouTube playlist that we're going ahead and use. We'll start off first from here on the P30 Pro, and we'll finish off at the Red Magic 3, going on head to head on the device one at a time. First things first, I made sure that the volume level is set to be 100%. And the other thing, of course, is if we do have Dolby Atmos, go into the Dolby Atmos configuration and make sure to leave it on smart. So I'm not trying to give one device over the other any edge. If it does have an EQ, I'm leaving it on the auto mode to whatever device it is. And again, as I mentioned to you guys, volume is at 100%. We'll go ahead and play 60 seconds of this. I'm going to skip forward through this with you guys, so I may speed through this, but we'll start off here. Okay, so that was about basically a minute, and that should got us right around the time where the vocal starts kicking in. So I'll go ahead and save this one. This is the first of the many ones. We'll go ahead and click OK, and we'll call that one the P30 Pro. So now we're looking at the Reno10x zoom. We are running the volume here all the way again, 100%, volume all. And then of course we go into the settings, and under Dolby Atmos, again, I'm setting it to be on smart. So just keep in mind, everything is running exactly the way on the other devices. I went ahead and saved them. Go ahead and hit the reset and we'll start the song. And again, the main goal here is we're going to be playing about a minute worth of music, again, up to the point where the music starts having vocals. I'll wait for the first initial hit of the vocals and then we'll stop at about a minute.
Jack it up.
And that was, again, about a minute worth of vocals. Again, we get to the point at about a minute about the song. It's, again, I'll link you guys this the song in the description below. We'll go ahead and save this one. Next on the block, we have the OnePlus 7. And again, I'll go into the settings tab. We'll go under sound, and of course under, we'll go back here. And here's Dolby, and it is sitting on dynamic, which essentially is their automatic sound. And volume is at 100%. Go back into the song and we'll start off. Again, we're going to be playing about a minute worth of music here. We'll go ahead and start.
Jack it up.
And again, about a minute worth of music right after the actual vocals. And we'll go ahead and save this one. Switching over to the Pixel 3a. Now this one supports stereo speakers, but no Dolby Atmos. So we're going to just to basically sure that the volume is set to 100%. And we'll go ahead and start here.
Jack it up.
And again, about a minute worth of music right after the vocals, and that would be the Pixel 3a. Next, we have the Galaxy S10 Plus, and we'll make sure to go into settings. We'll go into Dolby Atmos. And again, we are running on the standard smart option, which essentially is the auto option that we have here. We'll go back into the YouTube application. Volume is set to 100%, and you can see that right there. So we'll go ahead and start and play about a minute worth of music.
Jack it up.
Again, about a minute. Next we have is the OnePlus 7 Pro, again in almond. Go ahead and make sure that the Dolby option is set to smart and it is set to dynamic. So for the most part, we're running the same thing. And again, volume is at 100%. So let's go ahead.
Jack it up.
And again, about a minute. And the last device that we have here is the Red Magic Mars. Now, just to double check, I went into the sound option. We do not have an EQ built in. So for the most part, all we're going to make sure is that the front five speakers are set to 100%. We'll go ahead into YouTube, and again, we'll play the exact same song.
Jack it up.
And we have finally our last one. We'll save this guy. Now that we have the data captured from all 7 of the devices, you can see that the results are all tabulated here. We started off with the P30 Pro with a maximum of 88. You'll notice right there that the Reno10x zoom wasn't too far off. The average was 82, a little bit better than the P30 Pro. But as far as maximum output, the P30 Pro was a little bit louder. Again, most of the results you'll see here are all in the 80s. So there's no question that they're all loud and they all sounded good. Surprisingly, not one device actually ended up being tinny or not even well balanced, even at the maximum volume setting and using the automatic setting. Now, when we go over here real quick on the OnePlus 7, you'll notice that the maximum was 89, by far the loudest of all of the devices, and that's actually the standard OnePlus 7. And we'll notice right there that the device here, the Reno10x zoom, is trying to run off. Again, slippery devices. This is the table. I'm not going to be able to fix that, unfortunately. The next thing we're going to look into here is the S10 Plus and then Pixel 3a. The Pixel 3a did okay, but it was basically on average about 79 decibels and then 87 as the max. Again, this is considered to be a $399 device. Definitely really good sound, stereo sound from device at that price point. So definitely, really, if you're looking for a budget price, the 3a is definitely going to be it for you guys. And of course, going to the S10 Plus, as we can imagine, the S10 Plus sounds amazing. The average is about 83 with a maximum of 89, which is definitely really, really nice. Now, when we keep in mind here is that the OnePlus 7 ever so slightly edged ahead of it at 89 as opposed to 88, and the average is about 83 as well. Last but not least, we're looking at basically here the OnePlus 7 Pro and the Red Magic 3. The OnePlus 7 Pro pretty much average what we'd expect, 80 average as well as 88, so one of the higher end ones, as well as the Red Magic 3, which hit up at 86 and an average in 81. Not as loud, and I almost attribute that to the fact that it does not have any built-in EQ. And you'll notice right there that the Reno10x zoom is still trying to get off the table by itself. So overall, if we had to basically pick one winner out of all of these devices, surprise, surprise, the OnePlus 7 Pro, well, the OnePlus 7 sounded the loudest. The Galaxy S10 Plus was right next to it, as well as the OnePlus 7 Pro. And of course, the P30 Pro actually did pretty well, considering the fact that it's a single firing speaker. We don't have stereo speakers, but we do have Dolby. And of course, the Pixel 3a is one of the big surprises. For the price point that it offers, it actually has really good sound. As you saw, for the most part, most of these devices are running between basically 86 to 89 decibel at their maximum volume. Now, again, most of them have a basically built-in EQ, which helps them optimize the audio. Now, I left everything on automatic and I made sure everything was running at 100%. We played the exact same song. We're playing it through the same player. There was no advantage from one device over to the other. The only difference is that some devices did not have an EQ, like the Pixel 3a as well as the Red Magic 3. Both of these devices did not have an EQ, although for $399, the Pixel 3a was definitely a really good performer. It actually held up comparing to the other devices. And that one surprise throughout most of what we looked at today was that the OnePlus 7, the standard OnePlus 7, outperformed the OnePlus 7 Pro. Now, I'm not sure if this is a software optimization. Both have Dolby, both are running the automatic setting, but again, it's only ever so slightly over by like basically 1 decibel. And I would say probably if there's anything to attribute to that is that it actually has a bigger grill on the earpiece than the OnePlus 7 Pro. So that's something you want to keep in mind. But other than that, if you're deciding to pick up any of these devices from early 2019, they're all going to sound great. They're all going to have some type of optimization for audio, and they're all going to give you a really good surround sound experience out of all of these devices. Now, with the exception of the P30 Pro, that one you will need basically headphones to be able to enjoy the surround options, as basically using the built-in speakers, you're only going to get mono. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think, and which one were you rooting for at the beginning of the video, and did that device win? Thank you very much for the support. Like and subscribe as usual, and I will see you guys in the next video.